Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Robert Kelly, aka the Dude, aka the King of Zoom. Thanks for checking out the Calta and Kelly YouTube page. We hope you like what we're putting up there. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and sign up over there, because every week we put a show, an extra show. Friday show, only Patreon. And we also have the JO party on Saturday night, only Patreon. That means you, all the fans, get to come into a Zoom and hang out with us and all the other ladybugs. And it's a blast. So we also let you watch all the shows live. YKWD live, all the Calta and Kelly's live, unedited, all go on the Patreon. And you also get the 10-minute extra YKWD every week goes on there, along with Live from the Shed, one-on-ones, Tech Talk with Bobby and Friends. There's so much content up there. And you know what? It's all for what? A price of a cup of coffee. $5 get you in the door. And you're going to love it. So make sure you go over there, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. And here's another little thing I want you to do. If you like this content we're putting up, subscribe and like. That's it. Just hit the little button, subscribe, so you know when we got a new show out, and then like it so we know you like what we're doing. Okay? That's it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Subscribe and like. Now, enjoy the show. I want to tell you about an amazing company that me and my wife found. We've been going to New Hampshire for the last 30 years, vacationing, and we love it up there. We've been renting, and we've been a guest, and we've always wanted to own, but we couldn't afford it. It was just out of our reach until we found Tiny Homes of Maine. This company is amazing. It's a husband and wife. It's a family-owned business, and they make the most amazing tiny homes on the market. They're built to withstand Maine winters, and they look amazing. They're fully customizable, and they have 3 different sizes. You should check them out. If you're thinking about, having a second home, or maybe downsizing, or, just having an office, go tiny and go to Tiny Homes of Maine. The company is amazing, and they help you every single step of the way, from finding the right one for you, from making it from the ground up, and to finding about the laws in your area and financing. You couldn't go with a more amazing company and a more amazing family than Tiny Homes of Maine.
Right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
That's for you. What's up?
Hello, LA Bobby.
Hollywood Bob. Hollywood Bob is back. And I just want to say to everybody out there, sorry we're late. Sometimes you got to roll with the flow, go with the go, and know what you know.
No one to fold them and no one to hold them.
That's right. Yes, we are back.
How was your trip?
I mean, I tell you, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Tell me first, how bad is LA? Like everybody's saying it is, or not as bad?
Oh, it's atrocious. Hey, buddy, you want to come say hi? Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
little guy, Maxie wants to say hi. Go ahead, say hi.
Hi, Mike.
What's up? What's up, Purple Glove?
Hey.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm just gardening with my mom. Lord of God.
Oh, God.
Would you say Lord to God?
Yes. I
What's
say
Lord
that
to-
at school to God?
You say that to school? You say Lord to God in school?
Yeah, when I get every of my questions that I don't want to say,
Yeah. What?
A minuses,
You got an A minus?
yes.
That's good. That's fine. Give me a kiss. Goodbye.
Actually, I got an F.
You got an F on what?
Math.
Beat it. We'll talk about
I'm
that later.
joking.
All right. Good.
Bye.
Hey,
I
your
love
hair
you.
is awesome.
I love you. You said your hair is awesome.
I know, I got it highlighted when I went to Aruba. You should have spotted that one day.
So, dude, LA is garbage.
Yeah.
Listen, dude. Garbage. Okay.
Like homeless people everywhere.
dude. They're not everywhere. There's just tents and structure. Like the sidewalk is just in certain places. There's just people just living, and they have outhouses like on the street so they can. And I understand what they're doing. It's like, all right, well, so they don't shit and piss on the street. We'll put these outhouses. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how other towns do it. I don't know how Boston doesn't have this problem. I don't
Yeah.
know how, Oklahoma, Montana, Tampa, West Palm. I don't know how they do it. But LA must have, a zillion times more homeless people. But it is fucking crazy. The airport is the most archaic airport I've ever been to get into it. It's just as I'm coming out, there's a line out the door down the block for TSA.
Wow.
When you get an Uber, you have to take a shuttle to a parking lot where Ubers meet you.
Right. That's ridiculous.
I mean, this is Los Angeles. The richest people in the country live there. Some of the richest people in the world. This is an international airport, and it's so fucking stupid. It's unbelievable.
That's crazy. I have to travel next month in July, and I am going to LA, and I'm going to Seattle, and I'm not looking forward to. I mean, I'm looking forward to traveling, but I don't want to be in either one of those places. And I've never been to Seattle. I have a feeling it's gonna be such a clusterfuck.
Seattle's beautiful, but I wouldn't fucking go there.
No.
But it's probably where you're gonna go. Would be nice, but I mean, dude, I wouldn't mess with, Washington State.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Whatever.
Overall, how were your secret meetings?
All right, well, listen, man. Let me tell you something. First of all, unbelievable. First night we hung out with Burr, me and Brandon Daly, Spooky. It's a hard nickname to have, with these woke political correct times too, by the way, because you're in a CVS spook. Well, 9 heads turned. What are you saying?
Probably don't want to.
No, his name's Spooky, but he's great guy. We hung out with Burr. We smoked these bats, and I literally he's a musician. Burr's a musician, and
Burr
he's
plays drums, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he played in my studio once.
Yeah, he's great, and Brandon is he's a fucking dude, he was a touring musician. When he told me that too, I played. Now people tell you that you're like yeah whatever, but I saw he's on YouTube. He had a fan base. He was the lead. He played piano.
What are you trying to say? We have a band forming here?
No. So, anyways, they were talking music and sports because he's a Boston guy. I mean, sports guy. This guy's lived in the North End most of his life in Charlestown. He has half his nose bitten off from a fight. You know what I mean? From a Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? I mean, this guy, he's no joke. Sweetest guy ever, though. And we've been working on this thing for so long. We met with Burr. Great night. Smoked bats. I was chilling. I smoked one of the best cigars I've ever smoked. This kid, I forget his name. I got to get his name. He's a comic. I didn't know him. Kind of looked like a military guy. We're at his house smoking because there's no place to smoke after fucking 8:00 in LA. So Burr's like, dude, I'm my friend. Dad, just go with my friend, dude. Park in the thing. And we go in this guy's house. He's got a beautiful pit bull. And he's in the kitchen, bing, bang, bang. All of a sudden, he comes out with a fucking tomahawk steak, this big, bone in, cut it up. It was the best steak I've ever had. Wow. And he was he was like, yeah, dude, I just watched YouTube. He watched some YouTube clip, and Gordon Ramsay taught him how to fucking make the best steak ever, and it was. So, dude, I'm sitting there eating steak. I mean, just steak. Just fucking, no knife, nothing. Smoking this bat. I think it's called the Principal Aviator series. I mean, crazy. What's up?
I got a hoe.
You got a hoe? I got a hoe too. You're outside.
Yeah, I'm outside with Mom, but now she go to get donuts. So now we have to wait in.
All right, listen. You got to go. Get out of there. Go hang with your hoe. Hang out with my hoe. So, dude, unbelievable night. That went great. Next day, we wake up. We go up to, I don't know where the fucking Hunga, this LA crap where you got to drive up to 405, take Sepulveda up to fucking Chungawunga fucking lane and,
Yeah.
and
Where were you headed?
I don't know where the fuck it was. It was up to 405.
No, I mean, what
Take
was
a-
your destination?
Russell Peters' house.
Oh.
So we went up there. We went over to Mulberry Pizza. I don't know if you see my Instagram story yesterday. Dude, we got
I didn't see, but I know Mulberry Pizza.
Dude, first of all, it bothers me that you don't fucking check my stories. I check all your stories.
It's not that I don't check yours. I just start with the first one and I thumb through them all. And sometimes I fall asleep while I'm looking at them.
You know what? I'll take that.
You ever do this?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the worst.
Yeah.
Right on the bridge of your nose.
I go. It's time to go to bed now. When you're smacking yourself in the face with the phone, it's time to put it.
Do you ever just fall asleep and then you see a smash and then the fucking smashes on the ground? And you're like, and you gotta like pick it up, close your eyes, and be like, oh, good, it's not broken.
The other day, nobody was home, and I went to take a nap, and I wanted to listen to some music on my phone, so I put something on. And I fell asleep with the phone like this. Yeah. Then I'm in 30 seconds before I fall asleep. I'm out cold. And the music's blaring, and I don't hear anything. I'm sleeping right through it. My wife walks in the room, and she goes, hey. And I go, hey. And she's like, you okay? I go, yeah, why? And she goes, I don't know. I just walked in, and wet-ass pussy was blasting on your phone. I go, I'm into hip-hop. What do you want?
Yeah, there it is right there, dude. Look at that pie.
That is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, show the next pic.
Crumbs?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just go back. I didn't post it. We ate the whole fucking thing. Dude, unbelievable. So we ate that. Then we go up to Russell's house. He's hilarious, dude. We're supposed to be there.
I need to know about his house.
It's you know what house he lives in?
The one that they shoot the Avengers on from the outside?
No, this is I believe he moved.
Oh.
Okay, so his other house, he moved into this house. I believe he's going to move out of this house. But, dude, this house is, it's very unassuming from the street. There's a little driveway, and we pulled up, and the gate just opens. And then you go up the thing, and it's all, a box of glass and stone. It's just this contemporary, like Tony Stark type shit, right?
Right.
It's crazy, but so he's supposed to be there. We're like, dude, should we be a couple minutes early? Because me and him are like fucking, we're on time freaks, and he's not even there. He calls us up from the road, like, hey, I'll be there in a little bit. I'm not there yet.
Does he have a staff?
Yeah, how'd you get that?
Pull it up, Mush. I was just trying to pull it up. Is that it?
That's it.
Yeah.
Fucking nice.
Yep.
Nice, man.
It's big too. It's very unassuming how big that fucking place is. But so we're up there. All of a sudden the garage door opens. So I walk in. I think he's in the house. So then I text him. I'm like, hey, the door opened. He goes, yeah, go in. So we go in the house. We're just sitting there. Nobody's there.
What did I tell you to do?
What?
You told me to go to Russell Peters' house, and what did I tell you to do?
To steal something.
Yeah. That was a perfect opportunity. You could have just took a fork, a pen, something, and put it in the box and said Russell Peters.
You can't listen. Let me tell you something about Russell Peters. Okay,
mm-hmm.
I've never met somebody like he's very similar to you. Who's the other person? I brought it up. I was like, "Did you and Jimmy Carr?" Like there's people with like money who are very stingy, Dane, and when are you cooking dinner, Don? Very stingy. But you, Jimmy Carr, and Russell Peters, I've never met people who have wealth some wealth and
Yeah.
just, yeah, what I got, whatever. Hey, take that. Yeah, you can have it. Yeah, okay, take that. You know, I got this for you. Hey, I'm sending you something. Unfucking believable. I mean, it's just,
I think
it's
that comes from people who didn't have anything before. Like Russell Peters went from nothing to super fucking famous and super rich worldwide. I mean, instantly. So I think those are the cool people. Like I would imagine, let's say for instance, I don't know, but Dane Cook, he comes from a big family. He's got brothers. He had money, so he doesn't know. He doesn't get it.
well, he didn't have money. He was poor.
Was he?
Mhm. Yeah.
Fuck him then.
No, Dan was poor.
I don't know. But I saw a picture of him doing stand up over the weekend. That unrecognizable.
I gotta see that.
It's unrecognizable. Like maybe I just so much hair and so much Botox. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Fucking weird, man. But anyways, we went in. All of a sudden, this guy comes in. Another guy comes in. One of the fucking founders of fucking hip hop comes in. This little black dude. I don't know who he is. Two basketball player and some other DJ, Cuban DJ. I mean, dude, the house just fills up with people. He's not even there. They just walk in. Guy brings in like a bag of Cuban cigars. I mean, just boxes of Cubans, right? And he goes to Mexico and his mom gets him or something, right? Russell's assistant, greatest guy. Then his manager shows up, great guy. He's just a lawyer from Pittsburgh that does, entertainment law, managing and law, Hang on, look at this lit.
Fired up.
So then dude was sitting there, and then Russ comes in, and he's dressed like a fucking $1,000,000, comes in, and we're supposed to do this pitch thing. He's like, yeah, we're like an hour and a half late. They're setting up a podcast, and then all of a sudden I'm just doing his podcast. Like, it's like, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. So we're doing this podcast out in the back. Everybody's kind of hanging out. He fucking breaks out. I mean, dude, he's got a humidor of just Cubans. All Cubans. I mean, just amazing, right? So I already smoked a Cuban, waiting for him, a big Potagus. His assistant gave me. And then and then he's got my Epicure, Grand Epicure. Oh, it's my favorite cigar in the world right here, right? He comes over to me as a podcast, hands me a box. He goes, yeah, how's it feel? Gives me a box of Epicures, $500 box of cigars.
See, that's a true gentleman, because he's giving it to you because he knows you like them and he knows you want them and he has them and he's being generous. He doesn't want anything from you. He's not expecting a favor in return. Those guys are very rare these days.
So, yeah, unbelievable. So then he fucking, we do the podcast. Dude, I find out, this is nuts about him. First of all, I didn't know he lived with Keith Robinson and Patrice.
Oh, I didn't know that either. In New York?
In New York.
Wow.
So I go into the fucking, I go in, but back in the day when Patrice died, I guess they didn't have enough money for Patrice's funeral. So little Kevin Russ paid for it.
Holy shit.
They paid for the fucking funeral and he couldn't make it. So he's got two of Patrice's hats on the wall, and the photos of where he wore the hat. So he starts telling me, he's like, yeah, I used to sleep on the couch. Keith. So Patrice was in his little room off the kitchen, which was a dining room. They just put an accordion door up. Keith had his room. Ramon Harris was in the other room, and Russell slept on the couch. And he was like, yeah, they'd play video games all night. I go, yeah, I knew Tekken. I remember they played Tekken. And he goes, yeah, I used to sit there and be like, hey, can I just have my corner of my couch? And he was telling me all these stories about, I didn't even know he lived there, dude.
That's crazy.
I mean, he was like, Patrice and Keith watched my first special and they both went, eh.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He goes, yeah, they were both like, I don't know. Is that it? Is that what you think? You think that's funny? It's not. And he was like,
Wow.
what the fuck? And he was like, they made me change everything up from that moment because they were brutally honest. Like, yeah, dude, it's not that good. Hey, him and Keith watched it at the place. And they're like, yeah, it's not that good.
That's
Could you
crazy.
imagine that? And he was telling me all these Patrice stories. And then I was talking to him about my show. And he tells me, dude, his dad, he starts telling me these fucking stories. His dad used in India. He's like, yeah, I used to hunt tigers and stuff and panthers. I was like, what? He goes, yeah. I go, bullshit. Dude, he starts whipping out these photos. I guess back in the village where he grew up, you had to walk around with a gun, like a shotgun.
Not the New York Village in India.
No, in India, you had to walk around. He has pictures of him with the shotgun at like fucking 10.
Holy shit.
He goes, we would go out with my father and he would show us, he'd be like, that paw print, there's a tiger here. We got to go. The sun's going down. And he said, he was saying he was walking back with, they have, they're not, Gunga Dins. They, servants.
Right.
They have like 5 servants that go out with them when they hunt to carry the animal back. Right. And, it's just, a servant. It's just jobs, So as they were coming back, he looked at the back of the servant's foot. There was a snake right about to fucking whap him. And he just shot it.
Holy shit.
Just boom, blew its head off. And the servants carried him back, because he saved his life. It was. I was like, he shows me this picture. He's got a tiger skin from his father.
Wow.
From he told me this story, wild story. He goes, the village next door had a tiger problem. This tiger was just snatching people up. And a tiger is the worst. The tiger will fuck up a lion.
Okay.
A tiger will fuck up a lion. It just murder.
Why is lion the king of the jungle?
Because the tiger's not in the fucking jungle. The tiger's in fucking India. Yeah. If the tiger was in fucking Africa, that tiger would be like, way bigger than a fucking lion, and they'll fuck up a lion. And you ever see a tiger? A tiger's face, it looks like a dragon. It looks like a fucking, just an evil dragon.
No,
tigers are scary.
You said a story in the news last week about the guy. It was video of it. A guy who had a tiger in his car, and the tiger the guy was wanted for murder, and they chased him, and the tiger got away. The tiger was running around the fucking neighborhood for like a week. They finally got it the other day.
Where?
It was a suburban city. I can't remember where, but the tiger ran away, and the guy got away, and then they finally caught up with the guy, and the guy's wife was keeping the tiger. He made it back to the house, and the guy's wife was keeping the tiger away from everybody else. But there was a fucking tiger on the loose for like a week in a neighborhood. Can you imagine that?
No, dude, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine coming up against an angry dog in the neighborhood to scare the shit out of me. Never mind. You imagine hearing that noise?
Yes. When I lived in Miami, I had a little dog. I had a little terrier mutt that thought it was a fucking, thought it was a tiger. And it would just run. It would run away whenever it could. And it would just run with the big dogs. It would go find other dogs in the neighborhood. And I had to go looking for it. And I had to look in yards that had dogs in the back. So one day I was driving, trying to find it. And I heard it. And I was like, that's him. And there was this big fence. And I got out of the car. I walked.
What noise did he make?
And I knocked and nobody answered. So I went over the fence and I opened the fence slowly and I looked in. Dude, guy had cages of animals in his backyard in my neighborhood, like right around the block. He had monkeys. He wasn't a tiger, but he had some sort of cat in there, like a leopard just laying down. And I thought, holy shit, just one day, if any of these things got out, it would terrorize the fucking neighborhood.
You're fucking nuts. Yeah. Of course, I do know that. I do know that. That's why Mike lives in a fucking zoo. That's why I don't want to fucking live near him because of all the animals.
I got to tell you.
Is this it right here?
No, I don't know. What is this? Let me see.
Oh, that's a tiger in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Dude, are you fucking...
That makes my neighborhood look calm.
Are you fucking nuts?
Can you
What's going
imagine you
on?
go outside to walk your dog and a fucking tiger goes by, and at first you're like, "Am I dying, or did I just see a tiger?" Look at that.
That dude, suck it. Is it video or is that just a photo?
What do you do?
It's what?
It's video, but it's not moving. It's the news website. It's
Oh yeah.
it's big. It's buffering. I have an ad blocker to start playing stuff.
Wow.
It's basically just walking in front of the house like that.
Yeah, just walking around, smell some kids.
Yeah, just walking. Yeah, Mush is like, no, it's just basically walking from the house. Fucking kid comes out to baseball practice.
I sent
Yeah,
Bobby
tigers are
over the weekend. Carmen, one of my producers, was out golfing with her boyfriend. This fucking big alligator just gets up, walks across the green where they were into the woods, and Carmen's over there taking pictures of her. And I called her up on Monday and I go, listen, I love you, but I prayed so hard that the next fucking picture was you getting attacked by a tiger. If you're gonna take pictures of it, you're putting yourself in the position.
Yeah, the fuck, Florida's nuts, man. We're not. That's it's the Garden of Eden.
Yeah,
It's where Eve bit the apple. It's where the shit goes down. People bang each other. Couples suck each other's nipples and
and
balls.
don't forget love bugs. Do you know what love bugs are?
Yeah, I do.
They look like lightning bugs, but they're midair fucking. They connect and they fly around in circles because they're connected, and they just attack your car. They just destroy. You're just driving through them, and they're hitting your car like a meteor shower and just destroying everybody's cars. It's gross.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So, anyways, what was it? Oh, so dude, so he's telling me the story. Check this story out. Speaking of all these tigers, so he's like, I guess the village. This is nuts. And his father's a small guy. He's like a little. That's why I don't mess with Indian dudes. Indian dudes all look small. They got little pot bellies, but they're not afraid of anything. Are not afraid of anything. Nothing scares them.
They'll get you with little wooden sticks too. They don't even need weapons. They'll
Yeah, right. They'll just kick you in the Achilles with their fucking slip-on leather shoes.
Yep.
Just, you know what I mean? The slack socks wearing shorts, slip-on leathers, just kick you. What the? Oh yeah, right in the. So, dude. So he says the villagers were like, okay, we have this tiger. We need you to come get it. He's like, what are you giving me? They're like, we got, 15 bucks, which is, 10 billion rupees, whatever the fuck, And he's like, that's not enough. He goes, let me keep the skin and you keep your money. They're like, fine, you can keep the skin. So he goes over, gets up, takes one of his cows, ox. He chains it up in the area where the tiger goes, climbs up a tree, flashlight, gun, right? So the sun's going down. He's about to fall asleep. All of a sudden, he's just like dozing off. The fucking ox starts going nuts. He tries to get his gun up and his flashlight. The flashlight shoots down on the tiger. The tiger turns and fucking leaps at him.
Jump and climb.
The tiger just goes whoomp, sees him, flashlight, dives right for him. He fucking pulls the gun at last second, shoots him midair, and kills the fucking tiger. And then he shot him again from the tree because those things just lie there. They'll fucking attack you again. And he showed me the skin.
Kind of want to have a scar, like maybe like a scratch in the shoulder or something. And somebody's like, you fucking kidding me? And you go, yeah, look right here. He got me on the fucking way up.
Yeah, but with the tooth still sticking out, like they had to leave the tooth in,
right,
or your artery would fucking just shoot out. So you just got like a little tooth.
Feel it. It's in there now. Feel it.
So we were over there, and then we had a little meeting, a little powwow after that went amazing. Such a great guy. Then, but he's one of those, it's like your house. It's like, dude, we over there, we're supposed to leave like 9 times, but you just wind up hanging out. There's 19 people. People are just coming in and out and just hanging. And he's bopping over there. He is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. I mean, legitimately nice guy.
Now, sometimes I like to put you in a bad position, but this is not one of the times. I just don't know what you could say and what you can't. Were you pitching the idea to Russell, like to produce it or to be in it, or can you even say at this point?
To be in it.
Oh.
So Yeah, great. And we hung out. We went to dinner. It was great. A great time. And then this morning I woke up at the crack of fuck and jumped on the plane and uh got back. I mean, Delta too. Delta's new plane where they got the one. If you get one on Delta, that's nuts. But then they got Delta Plus, which is just a little bit more money. Is like old. It's like old business class. It's like
Delta
a
One's
really
the,
nice seat.
Delta One's the beds.
Delta One's the beds. Delta Plus though, I don't. I'd rather have Delta Plus to be honest with you. You get all this. I mean,
It depends on how long you got to go. If you're like, I got on a flight one time and they were like, I got on my seat and I got in the Delta One. I didn't book it, but they must have punched me up, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is the greatest fucking thing ever." Not even if you're gonna go to sleep, you just scratch your nuts, sit back. Nobody's next to you. It's fucking nice.
Yeah.
Then once you do it, you can't go back. You can't go to anything else. You pretty much paying $7,000 for a flight now every time you take off because if it's an international flight, dude, and you know you have the like I sat in Delta Plus to go to England, and I was fine because I had a toddler in between me and my wife.
Right.
But then when I sat in the Delta One to go to Japan, fuck.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. They changed Delta Plus, dude. They changed it. It's not that little thin bar in between, dude. It's Delta Plus to LA from JFK is, dude. It's like business class, like old business class. Like you get your own seat, you get big headphones, you get your thing lays down, you get the thing that comes under your foot. You're separated from this guy by like a big chunk.
Yeah, that's
you get the big plasma TV. You know, it's like old first class is now Delta Plus.
See the problem though with the airlines are saying now what they're going to do?
What?
So the average weight of humans has gone up, of Americans. So right now they say the average weight is 190 pounds. So now that Americans have gotten so fat, they have to reweigh passengers and bags so they can get a new average of how much the average person weighs and how much the average bag weighs so that they can properly prepare the plane. So they're looking at weighing everybody before they get on the plane now.
You can't do it.
I mean, I'll
get around it. I'll get a fucking Delta sticker. I'll get a gold. I'm gold. I got my platinum Amex. I will fucking fill it whatever form I will. I go through. I got clear. I got TSA. I got Global One. I don't wait a fucking minute. I don't take my shoes off. I don't take my computer out. I will not. You think I'm stepping on a fucking scale? Are you out of your mind? I would rather fucking walk to LA than step on a scale.
I think it should be like a carnival game where if they don't guess it within 20 pounds, you get something for free.
Yeah, you get free snacks.
Yep. I'll tell you this though. Here's another. This is what fun. Let me tell you what a nice guy Russell is. So he's like, "What are you flying back to? I got to go at 6 o'clock." He's like, "Jesus Christ, yeah. What are you flying Delta One? Nah, dude. I kept telling him, listen, you keep giving me advice for rich people, okay?
Right. That's the hard thing about having rich friends.
It's like, dude, I can't afford, Delta. I mean Delta One, And he goes to his sister, dude, blah, blah, blah. His sister goes, what's your number? What's your thing number? And I'm like, what? He goes, what's your Delta number? Confirmation number. And I give it to him. And they were literally trying to upgrade me.
That's awesome.
They couldn't do it because it was booked. But he's like, sorry, buddy. And I mean, who the fuck does that shit, right?
So one of the last generous people in my life was Ralphie. Ralphie May was like that.
Right.
And Ralphie was in Vegas just before his residency. He was just doing a weekend there. And he was like, hey, I'll fly out to Vegas first class after your show, go straight to the airport. I'll have a ticket waiting for you and everything. And I was like, all right, cool. So I took a bag. I went to the airport, got to the gate, and they were like, ooh, the flight has been canceled. And I went, oh, that sucks. And they're like, we have another flight. It's going to be in an hour and a half. We could put you on that flight. And I was like, all right, great. And they're like, you're right. You're in row 28B. I was like, whoa, I was in first class for the other one. They're like, yeah, it's sold out for that flight. And I was like, oh, and I called Ralphie. I was like, I can't go. I can't fly. I wasn't going to fly it was a middle seat too, was all that was available. I'm like, I'm not flying to Vegas in a fucking middle seat. He's like, I hear you, homie. I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. This new Delta Plus is great, but yeah, he fucking hooked it up, man. Hooked it up. Really fucking nice. Really nice
Yeah.
guy. Great trip. Great all around. Seeing Burr, hanging with him, Russell. Oh, I saw my friend Yoshi.
Yoshi. I feel like I should know Yoshi.
I think you do know
I
Yoshi.
feel like I should know Yoshi.
Dude, this kid is fucking one of the most interesting people I know for the last 20 years. Used to work with Evil Angel, porn.
Oh, yeah, I do know Yoshi. He used to bring O&A to porn all the time.
Yeah, Robert. You when you were with Patrice, I just wondering, could he? Did you guys ever, did you ever watch porn together? Because I was, just wonder. And you're like, what the fuck? I guess him and Russell are best friends. Yoshi hooked me up with Brandon, so that's how we got together through this kid. Another he hooked me up with Brendan, another just a great guy, good guy. Here's what he does. We should get him on the podcast, dude, because he's telling. I go, what do you do? You out of porn? He goes, yeah, I'm out of porn now for like year, maybe 10 years, something. And he's just looking all like it's fucking crazy. And
did you feel like home talking to somebody, one of your people, a true Okinawan?
But yeah, he goes. This is what he does. He does blind studies.
What do you mean?
Because I guess she said Japanese people have their blood type. I don't know. We'll have him explain it, but something with Japanese people, they like doing blind studies, like these tests for drugs on Japanese people because of their blood. He's not. He's Korean, but he's from Japan, so he's Japanese to them. So he does these things. He'll go in to a testing place, and they give him a placebo or the drug for 2 weeks, and they make $12,000 to $14,000.
Yeah, dude, that's an incredible gig if you can get it. By the way, do you know why they're testing on why they're like Asians?
Why? Because
they're aliens. The Asians are a human Asian. I mean, a human alien hybrid created Asian people. That's
really
yes. Think about it. Think about it.
He's going to be careful. You just called them aliens.
No,
I was just doing an impression of my friend who happens to be Asian.
Think about it. Anytime you ever see or hear somebody describe, you saw an alien, yeah, what did it look like? What did it look like? What did Close Encounters look like? Smaller, smart, with slanted eyes.
Jesus Christ!
Explain to me how Asians look so different from humans, but yet they're human. They're a hybrid of DNA.
Gee, can we be careful before we have to delete this whole show?
Well, I asked Dr. Kaku about this.
You did?
Who also is Asian. And he was like, his exact was very interesting theory, except when you break it down, we have the same DNA in Asians as you do in other humans. And I was like, I don't know, some tricky you aliens did to kind of hide it a little bit.
Yeah, he's I thought it was fascinating though. He goes away for 2 weeks, makes 14 grand, and then does comedy.
Oh, is he funny? Does he do stand up?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine he's funnier than he was. He used to open for Jim all the time, but he travels the world. He's this interesting fucking guy. He's studying the sexual behavior of terrorists.
That's an interesting thing because the Muslims are supposed to be, they live by all these Muslim rules, but then we found out that the 9/11 terrorists were going to strip clubs the night before. Yeah,
he's just that guy, you know what I mean? That it's just Like, who the fuck would ever want to do it? He's been to Afghanistan a bunch of times, and he was in the sex industry for so long. He's the guy. Like, I would come out, he'd be like, Bobby, I have porn. You want some porn? I'd be like, yeah. And he'd bring it over to his trunk, and he'd open up. There'd be a box full of DVDs of just, and he'd always slip in a tranny porn just to see where you're at.
So there was a part in my life when I was like in my 20s where I lived with Pete, and I was really poor, and my car just took a total shit. I didn't have money to buy a new car. So this guy I know let me drive a stolen Lincoln for a little while. He's like, just take this, use it for a week. I had drove it for like almost a year and a half. So I was driving it for a while. And then one day I was like, man, this Lincoln's got a huge trunk. I got to put some stuff in it for work. And I opened the trunk, and it was filled to the fucking top with VHS video porn. I'd never opened the trunk before, and I opened it up, and they were all clear plastic cases. So I grabbed a bunch of them. I carried them inside. 80% of them were tranny porn. And I called the guy, and I go, what's the deal? He goes, this porn shop was going out of business. We bought them all. We thought we'd sell them as a bulk thing on eBay or something, and we just never did it. I was like, oh, do you need them back? And he goes, no, you can have them. So what I would do is I would take I would put wax paper over the back and tape over what was in there. Like, I'd use them all as blank tapes, because in radio, before we had DVRs, we had to record the news on a VHS tape, then bring that tape to work and pull the audio off of that to use for the show. One day, the guy I worked with came up to me after like 6 months, and he goes, hey, can I ask you a question? I go, yeah. He goes, you know those news tapes you give me? And he goes, yeah. He goes, every time I let it run, it always goes into training porn. What's this fucking deal? Yeah. Sorry, that's all I had.
That's funny, dude. So yeah, we got to get Yoshi on. We'll definitely get Russell on. But the trip was, it couldn't have went any better.
Well, do we know? Do we have any answers or anything? Did Russell like the idea? I'm not playing dumb for those of you who think I am. Bobby and I didn't really talk about this. I know that he'll tell me what he can and what he can't. So, like, you guys are wondering right now, so am I. So I'm doing all the asking. Is it something he was into? Do you think that it's a project you're going to hopefully do with him?
Yeah, well, we're trying to do that comedy camp thing, and we're trying to get it up off the ground. And
he would be in that.
He would be in that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, the production people, you got to, look, I'm going to get my friends in it, but they also want people. They also
Tony
want
Hinchcliffe and Pang Dang.
Season 2. Well, we're going to shoot just the pilot. We're not shooting the season.
Do you know where you'll be shooting it?
Yeah. Up in the Adirondacks.
Oh, I love the Adirondacks. Beautiful. That's where Camp's Best Monday is.
What?
That's where Camp's Best Monday is.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I don't get too in my head of myself with any of this stuff. I usually don't like talking about it at all. I've been working on this thing with Brandon for a year. He came to my house the same time last year. Yoshi sent me a text. Oh, this guy wants to talk to you. This guy, call him. He's like, yeah, listen, I gotta do it in person. And I was like, what? He's like, I'll drive down there. I know you like steak tips. I'll bring some steak tips. I gotta pitch you in person. Your idea. Blah, blah. I was like, okay. I was, because I don't give a fuck. What's he gonna do? Yeah. But when you have that Boston accent, I somehow trust you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then I Googled him, and he's in the band, and I saw the stuff he does. He did Porndemic. You ever see that movie?
No.
It was on Showtime. It's on. You should check it out. Porndemic. It was about the porn industry and the AIDS and all that stuff. That was the documentary about porn where they broke the thing about how the AIDS was fucked up and
yeah.
And he's doing another one right now, dude. It's a true crime documentary. Oof. He showed me the trailer for this thing, man. It's about these people, I believe, in Dallas. These fucking guys. It's on the news, so I'm not ruining it, but this I guess this guy, fucking gay guy, older gay guy, middle aged, 50 something, in shape. Him and his lover is a lawyer, and they were trying to get the stepmother. He has an inheritance that he can't get, and he's trying to get it. And the mother or the stepmother hired this lawyer, and they kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and all of a sudden, this lawyer, this old guy, Ira, winds up fucking dead. Someone burnt him alive in his garage.
What did he do? Why were they mad at him?
Because they couldn't get this money. I don't know. I don't know this. This is what this supposedly, allegedly. You don't know what's happened. Then there's this other guy that came in, and it's this whole fucking twisted. And these guys live in Florida now too. These fucking two crazies. Of course, Garden of Eden. And they live in that, like, the gayest community in the country is in Florida. Of course, there's like a city that's all gays. Do you know what that is?
No, yeah, it's called Miami.
No, there's another, like Gay Gables or something. I don't know what the fuck it is, but there's a
Coral
city.
Gables?
No, I don't know what it is. There's some city in Florida where it's mainly just gay people.
I don't know, but I don't live there.
But yeah, dude, I mean, this whole thing, the three sons, like the courts, the police didn't even fucking like tape off the thing. They didn't do anything. All the stuff with the Dallas police might be involved. The three sons are investigating themselves. They got the police report of all this, which is unprecedented. And they're literally going after these guys to try to find out who did it. Two of the sons are lawyers. Wilton Manor, is that it?
Cockville.
I believe so. That's what's labeled as the gayest city in America.
Okay, there you go. Is that in Florida, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cockville,
So that's
Florida.
where they live now. We should go there one day. We should just drive there and just spend the night and see what happens.
You know what's gonna happen.
So he's doing this other thing now it's gonna fucking be a hit when it comes out.
Good for him, man. That's great.
So yeah, dude, great fucking time. And I was in the fuck out. I love going to LA. And are you gonna do spots? No.
That's what I said. Are you gonna work with you there? You're like, no, I fucking hate LA.
You know what I mean? It's like, I want to see my friends. I want to smoke some cigars. I want to take care of business. And then I'm out. First thing, smoking. I'm back. I saw Max. I saw Don. We're going to have dinner in a little while. Dude, I saw a fucking accident today, brother.
Where?
Oh,
here,
my God.
There or here?
That's why I was late. The plane landed late. The fucking car service app was fucked. So the car was late. Then we're coming back. And dude, it was crazy. You just saw dirt, like, 3 football fields up, just dirt, and you're like, oh shit. You see a car pulling off to the side, and you're like, oh, this is accident. And you're like, what is it? What, you pull up an accident. Is it bad? Is it bad? It's never bad. It's always just a fender bender. Some lady with her fucking hands on her hips, looking at her bumper. Some other guy going, hey, I am fucking, dude, this was bad. This fucking van flipped over the fucking barrier and was up on its side. Like it did a chips.
Yeah,
there it is right there. Look at that van, dude.
Shit.
That thing went up over that thing. And that was all the dirt we saw. Is that thing just sliding, flipping? So I don't even know if that person. I don't even know. We just drove by, but so that's why I was a little, yeah. But
I did a real Karen thing today.
You?
I was driving down the street and a fire engine was coming with its lights on, so I pulled over to the left, and everybody else did. And the fire engine went to go past me, and I went to pull out back. And this guy didn't pull over. He just started tailgating the fire engine, going through, almost caused like 3 accidents. So my first inclination was to get him at the red light and get out and punch him in the fucking face. And I'm like, that's probably not the smartest thing to do. So I called the number on his work van and read it.
Oh. Oh, no.
I did. I said, it was the only thing I could do to make me stop myself from getting out and punching the guy in the face. I said, listen, I called up. I said, you got a guy driving on 54 like a fucking asshole. And she's like, what happened? And I told her, she's like, oh, I know who that is. I'll take care of it. I was like,
Oh my
thank you.
God.
Well, what would you rather, that or the other two options? The other two options were me fighting him, or one time I called the place and I said, hey, is this the owner of this place? And the guy goes, yeah. I go, hey, listen, I'm just telling you this because I'm a business owner. And he's like, okay. I'm like, I just saw one of your vehicles, car 223. And he's like, yeah. I go, picking up a prostitute. He goes, what? I go, yep. And it had your business name on the side. I go, I'm just letting you know. He was like, thank you so much. I was like,
Oh my God, what the fuck? How about the mind your business bitch
you
option?
almost caused an accident for me.
For you?
Yes. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I'm the important one here.
All right. Was your kid in the car?
No.
Well, at least they didn't see you, fucking rat.
No. Thank you. Look at all the people. Thank you for your service. You know, I don't need to be thanked. I don't want to medal or anything. I'm just saying.
Dude. He's a fucktard. You don't even know that. You just fucking blindly follow Calta in any direction he goes in, Lou. Here's the problem. What if the guy's wife was pregnant? What if he had to get home and pay a bill before they shut his thing off? What if his kid got into an accident? What if he was just trying to make it to his kid's softball or a baseball game because he's missed the last two? What the fuck, Karen Calta? Please, somebody Photoshop Mike with blonde hair screaming at a fucking. Dude, I think. Can I be honest with you? I did one of those once too.
You did?
Me and Patrice were in front of my house. You know, anytime somewhere Patrice dropped you off or you dropped him off or whatever, you'd always wind up pulling over and talking for at least 20, 30 minutes, if not longer. So he pulled up. We were in his big truck. He had a truck at the time. We're in front of my house on 47th Street between 9th and 10th. And right across the street was a gay club, you know? And, you know, I used to have a joke too. Regular nightclubs suck because it's, all night long. Tony, you're a fucking asshole. Gina, get the fuck in the car. Fuck you. You're a cunt. You know what I mean? Right. The joke was, you didn't hear anything. Every once in a while when the door opened, you're, you spin me right round. And then the door would shut.
That's funny.
It was true. You just hear the music for like a second, like, I want to love. And then it would just shut. But
I want your sex.
Yeah, exactly. So we pull over and we're talking for a minute. We look at the car, a little Toyota 4-door in front of us, and it's just steamed up, and it starts rocking, right? It's rhythming, right?
Yeah.
And then Patrice flicks his lights on and off, and all of a sudden you see an old guy's head pop up, just shirtless. And then this young twink look around. It was just this fucking old dude just getting some tight twink ass. I mean, rocking him. And we called the cops.
Oh, that's fucked up. They weren't even bothering anybody.
We felt so bad. We called the cops. We're like, yeah, there's some sexual activity going on in front of my apartment. I mean, in a car. And all of a sudden the cops roll up like 2 minutes later.
Probably
and you see the cop.
Thought it was you two.
The cop pulls up and we felt bad. We were like, dude, this guy was getting some fucking killer booty, young German looking kid. This old fucking history teacher was finally getting some dick. As soon as we did it, we were like, we fucked up. But the cops pulled up. Literally, the guy got out of the car, walked over, tapped on the window, looked in, and went, whoa, and just got back in the car. Whoop, whoop. And fucking, they were gone. They didn't even fucking bother him.
Do you ever go to a gay club?
Yeah.
I had a friend in Miami that I used to work with, and we went to Miami Beach. It was me and my girlfriend at the time, another girl that we worked with, and this guy. And he was like, y'all want to go to the gay club? And all the girls like, yay. And I don't give a fuck. I'm with my girlfriend. I don't care. So we go to the gay club. It was fucking magical for gay dudes.
Yeah.
I went in there and I was like, I had to pee, and I was a little bit scared about going to the bathroom because there was so much drug activity in the bathroom. I didn't really know what the fuck they were doing in there. People were
Right.
making out in the bathroom. It was weird. But
Right.
it was a regular nightclub, not a strip club. But they
Right.
had like hired dancers, and
Right.
the
Right.
dancers would get on the pole thing, and they would just dance and do their dancing stuff. And they were wearing like just G-strings,
Right.
and
Right. Right.
dudes would gather around, and then the guy would take his dick out and not like flap it around, but like kind of hide it with his hand, but just show it a little bit. And all the guys would just come up and give him money. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. No wonder why gay guys love gay clubs. I didn't know you were allowed to take your dick out at it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was some crazy. Miami is crazy.
Yeah, dude. Guys do clubs the way gay guys do clubs the way we should do clubs.
Right? Like we'd want to take our dick out. If we were on a dance floor and we say hot girl, I'd be like, boop,
Yeah.
pop it out.
Yeah, like Studio 54, man.
Oh, that's one of the things I wish I could have done. You know, my mother went there. My mother probably Spanish said his mother. He thinks his mother banged Tom Selleck at Studio 54.
His mother?
He's like my mom tells me that she went to Studio 54, and when she was there, she met Tom Selleck, and we were like, if your mom met Tom Selleck, she'd probably fuck Tom Selleck. And he was like, then you just see the reality of that sink into his head. And then I think he asked his mother, and she danced around the answer. So now we're pretty sure that his mother fucked Tom Selleck, which is good for her. I mean, that's a catch in the 80s.
Have you ever taken his head and put it next to Tom Selleck's head?
It's very similar. Also, Gene Shalit.
Right.
Oh.
Gene Shalit. Who the fuck is Gene Shalit?
Remember Gene Shalit, the movie critic from like the Good Morning
Oh
America?
yeah.
The Spanish used to look just like him when he had long hair.
the crazy curly hair.
Yeah, boy, we missed a good. I was ready for the jerk off party this Saturday. I was in my studio with. There's Gene Shalit. Yeah,
I remember him.
I was gonna go out that night, and then we didn't go out, but we started drinking.
Yeah,
and it was me, Spanish, Papap, Pete, and Mike Olivero, and we drank, and because everybody was crashing here, I drank a bottle of wine by myself, and those guys were drinking whiskey, and the next thing you know, we're finding wires, plugging in amps, and we're jamming here. We had a full concert going on, and there was no jerk off party, but I did go on Instagram Live, and I did some live stuff. So.
Well, I had an amazing show out in the parking lot. It's so funny. You were making fun of it the whole time. You know, like I'm here, I'm there. Right. I was literally behind the JC Penney's, and they had a Cinnabon. They had a Cinnabon fucking table. What's that?
No, go ahead. My son just texted me. He's done with football. I gotta go get him.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking amazing. Great show. I got in the car and I'm driving home and I'm waiting for the invitation. It never came. I was ready. I usually do it in the car on the way home. And then when I get home, and then when I got home, it was whatever. So I was waiting for it, and then it never came, and I just kind of forgot about it. So
why did I make you cry?
Lou, what?
Lou said you made me cry, Calta. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why.
Why?
Lou had to cry. I don't know, but I had a crazy sex dream about Lou last night.
What was it?
Long. It was long and it was detailed. And when I woke up today, I was doing the show, and it like hit me in the middle of the show. I was like, "Oh my god, I had a sex dream about Lou."
Well, what was it?
She lived in the apartment across from me, and I went over her house. And next thing you know, I was doing dirty stuff to Lou, and I could see her privates up close. Like that's how real my dream was. I could draw them if I had to.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I tried, Lou. I tried. I was there, and I was doing the Instagram Live videos to show you that I was there and I was willing.
Yeah, Melissa, I was driving. I usually get the link in the thing in my email, and I just click the link. It's just easier that way. I couldn't go find the fucking thing, and then copy and paste it while I was driving, but it's all right. Whatever. But you know what? We're back. We're going to be on this Saturday night. We'll be back on. Melissa fell asleep. There you go. You fell asleep.
I'm prepared to have another house concert on Saturday night.
Well, I'm glad I told I'm so glad I was coming back today too. I was looking forward to the show to get in because it's fucking Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's my favorite fucking show. It's my favorite thing we do. One of my favorite things we do.
I gotta go eat dinner. I don't know what you gotta do.
We gotta fucking do this. Ladies and gentlemen, please. On Tuesdays for the last year or so, we've had a great segment on the show. I believe, can I get a couple of Joes? Joe, can I get some Joes? We got any Joes? Let me see the Joes. Joe.
Come on, Joe. 5 new ones. Make them good. Make them good.
Joe, come on. Let me get those Joes. Where's those Joes?
Maybe they all feel like I feel.
For every week for a year, we have Joe Russell, the fucking comedian. Yeah, there's the Joes. We get the famous comedian on this show. We get a famous comedian, Joe. We got a couple no's. But listen, we got Joe. Give it up. A new 5 with Joe Russell.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
How's
Please
it going,
give it up
guys?
for Joe Russell.
Hey, Joe Russell.
I was coming back from Wisconsin, and at the airport, the TSA took away my cheddar cheese. Yeah, apparently it was too sharp. I said, what do you think I'm going to do? Hijack the plane? They said, no, but you might pepper jack it.
All right. You're off to a good start.
I like it.
The other day, I bought a stereo system from Mexico. It didn't come with an instruction manual. It came with an instruction manual. And he was in a bad mood. He was a negative Mexican stereotype.
Oh, that was a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So I've
we got an applause break. That's the first applause break you got right there.
Yes.
Look at that.
First one in a year. So I've been to a lot of funerals, and I realized I've collected a huge amount of those memorial cards, the ones that have like the deceased person's face on it.
Yeah.
That's when I thought, holy crap, some of these might be worth some money someday. Did you guys know I have a 1995 Aunt Mildred card? She holds the record in our family for taking the longest to die. Says right on the back of the card that she slid into her home and broke her hip.
Oh.
I brought it to the pawn shop. They're like, sorry, it's fake. I said, how can you tell? They said, it's signed. I was like, what would you do if I gave you a 2012 Uncle Clifford card? It's not from the memorial. It's his nursing home ID. It's his rookie year.
Somebody's been watching Porn Stars.
All right, last one.
Thank God.
You ever been to one of those parades where there's guys riding horses and they're giving away free falafel? Yeah, you just reach into that bag under the horse's tail. Kind of tastes like apples.
Oh.
Sure.
I'm really happy about that joke because I've finally been able to combine food, animals, and poop into one thing.
You look like you auditioned for a heroin addict today.
Is that it?
That's it.
Yay.
Oh my God. All right. Yay. There you go, Joe.
Oh, thanks.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm exhausted. I haven't slept in 3 days.
I can imagine.
But I'm doing good. It's good to be home. I got to go to Alabama Friday.
You haven't slept in 3 days, and Joe looks like he hasn't slept in 3 days.
Yeah, Joe dresses like he hasn't slept.
I have white sweatpants on too. I look like I'm going to a baptism.
You're on white on white. You look like you joined a cult.
You really do. You look like a tired doctor. Yeah, I haven't slept. It's good. I'm good to be home. I'm in Alabama, dude. This Friday and Saturday, I'll be in Alabama at the Crown of Comedy
What are you
Comedy
saying? You want me to come with you?
Dude, I mean, I would love it.
I've never been to. I've driven through Alabama, but I've never been to Alabama. What's the closest city? Where would I fly into?
Auburn. You fly into Auburn.
All right.
That's where I'm going to be. Auburn, Alabama. Yeah.
Friday and Saturday at the Crown of Comedy in Auburn. Then the following Saturday, June 12th, Napanock at the Paper Mill. Then Thursday, June 17th, 2021, Key West, Florida, at the Comedy Key West.
Ooh,
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, baby.
I love Key West.
Who doesn't love Key West? Then Friday the 25th and Saturday the 26th in Albany at the Funny Bone. Then July 2nd, July 3rd, Las Vegas, wide open Las Vegas, ready to rock.
Las Vegas.
And then Thursday, July 29th and Saturday, July 31st, that whole weekend down here in Florida and Port Charlotte at the Vasani Comedy Theater. We'll be all down there together. We'll probably be doing some sort of podcast down there. And then Thursday, August 12th and Sunday, August 15th, East Providence, Rhode Island at the Comedy Connection. Then Thursday, the 26th of August through the 28th at the Punchline in Philly. And then back here to Tampa, FLA at Side Splitter, September 10th through the 12th for a week-long stay. Stay.
I'll be staying there. And I think, guys, that week we'll probably be doing at some point we're
going to be doing
the very little movement
10-yard dash.
10-yard dash. We're going to be doing our very little movement, and we're gonna set it up. Hopefully, you guys can come down and be part of it. We're going to be working on that this summer. But yeah, I got a lot of dates, so please go to robertkellylive.com. Please check out all those dates. I don't know anybody from Alabama. I don't know how these shows are going to go, but it's one show Friday, two shows Saturday. So I'm happy about that. I'll make it through that. But what else?
I'm looking at flights right now.
Good. Check it out. We got Joe Russell. Where are you going to be this weekend?
I'm going to be at the Comedy Shop in Manhattan all weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Where's that?
That's where the Lantern used to be. They changed the name.
Oh, it's called the Comedy Shop.
That's what's written on the wall now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Wow.
Yeah. We have a new.
There is no airport in Auburn, Alabama.
How are you going to get there?
Carrot Top will take Joe's wife. I don't know whether maybe I'm flying into somewhere else. I have no idea.
I'm looking at.
I have no idea. Mike V. Suarez, where are you going to be this weekend?
Good.
Yeah, I'll
Sounds
be
like
here.
it's going to be awesome.
Nowhere. I have nothing booked for quite a while.
That's a sign from God.
What does that mean?
Just joking.
Hey, Saturday night you're going to be somewhere, right, Mush?
This Saturday, well, I'll be doing the JOP. Sorry, I fell asleep this week.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. So, but this Saturday, like I got a show, but I'm going to pop in between or after. So I'll definitely pop in. We should plan a JOP where we're going to do, I popped the week before was great because Austin was in, Joe wasn't there, but we should plan one where we can, do another one, like an original, like with all of us and get some songs going and do a little theme it out and all that stuff. We got a show. What's that?
See if we can get Doug Bell to join us.
Oh, fucking Doug Bell. Nobody wants Doug Bell.
He's irritating.
Fucking Doug Bell. Ugh. Anyways, brand new cheese show coming out tomorrow, guys. Go to comicwearables.com. You can get all your Calta and Kelly gear. Every shirt that you get comes with a nice sticker, Calta and Kelly sticker. The shirts are awesome. I have one. I always get complimented on it. We got you ladybugs in there too. So go to comicwearables.com. Pick yourself out a shirt. If you're a ladybug, get one of those. Use code word ladybugs. Get 20% off. All the shirts, 20% off. There you go. So, and also make sure you go to patreon.com/, YouTube.com/Robert Kelly and become a member there. Watch all these shows live as they're happening, unedited. Sometimes you got to edit some stuff out for YouTube because they don't let us talk about shit. But when you're here at Patreon, you get the whole thing live and unedited, and you get to be in the chat and fuck around and talk and be funny, and we'll put your stuff up there. I want to thank all of you ladybugs in there today, all the girls, all the guys, all the new people. Thanks for being a part of it. And you guys always make it just a little bit funnier because you guys write some funny shit. I want to thank my partner in crime, Mike. I missed you.
You know what? I miss you too. I miss you so much. I just looked up first class tickets to Montgomery, Alabama airport. It's only $535. I may see you in Alabama this weekend.
Dude, if you ever show up to one of my gigs, it would make me so happy.
I'm leaving this room, walking inside to the boss, and I am asking her if she cares if I go to Alabama this weekend.
If you showed up Friday and then Saturday, just Friday and Saturday, and then we'd have such a great time. We could do a bang bang. We could do some history shit out there. Check out some fucking monuments.
I don't know about you. I'm going to the gym these days. So, but I mean, I'll go out and do healthy bang bangs with you.
Fucking 1 week, and all of a sudden you're you're Schwarzenegger.
One day. I've only gone one day to the gym, and I'm already like, I think I'm getting bigger.
Yeah, you're getting bigger, all right. All right, well, there you go. I think we touched base on everything.
One more thing. This week
sure.
In Tampa, Paul Verzi is here with Joe Bartnick at Side Splitters. So Verzi will be on my show Thursday and Friday, but go get your tickets now because as the closer it gets, the more hype we'll have and the more chances of selling out. So Verzi and Bartnick at Side Splitters.
You're going to want to see that show. Fucking hilarious show. And my show, we're doing Friday and Saturday only. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday in Side Splitters. So that's good. I think it's rescheduled. We're going to put the dates up. We're going to announce them. When we announce them, get your tickets because they're going to go. We're doing 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. And I'm gone. I'm back at Mike's house by the pool, smoking bats.
I'm doing comedy that weekend.
Yeah, I'm getting whores. Please, no Verzi on Calta and Kelly. Why?
Love Verzi.
I fucking love Verzi. What are you talking about that? Enough with that. Who are you? We're black topaz. Wow. I like that name though.
I never liked Topaz.
Yeah. Oh, this guy, fucking fat JC. You know what? You two are Alabama fit. Yeah, you're fucking with us, dude.
We'll be hot in Alabama. Are you kidding me?
Fucking fat JC.
I'm not wearing a tight shirt in Alabama.
I love Paul. We'll go fucking marry Paul.
I love Paul too.
Yeah, Verzi is awesome. Fucking goddamn it. Love Verzi.
Yeah, you said
Verzi's
my jokes
awesome.
are clever.
All right, I'll see you jerks on
You
Friday.
said my jokes are clever.
Yeah, your jokes are fucking clever. What'd you say?
He doesn't have very good judgment, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's not really keen on fucking comedy. Hey, Joe, what else you got?
Just the Cheese Show tomorrow. We're